Hi everyone and welcome to Twee tutorials. The festive season is coming, so today let's create a couple of Christmas lessons. To add some variety into my Christmas lesson plans, I will build one plan around a video, one around an audio, and one will contain a text. Let's go. The topic of my lesson is going to be zero waste Christmas wrapping ideas. I'm going to upload a video from YouTube into the Convert Audio and Video to Text tool and get the transcript. Note that in the Twee Pro version, you can also upload your own videos, not only videos from YouTube. Now that I have my transcript, I'm going to hide it in the project because I don't need the transcript itself. I'm going to create a fill in the gap activity. I click on fill in the gap in the don't stop section, and then I click on the words that I want to exclude. If I want to merge a couple of words together, I right click and select merge. Here is the fill in the gap activity. I can use the same video to create some discussion questions. I choose the level, which is intermediate in my case of my students, and I create the discussion questions. I also can create a lead-in activity as an option. I copy the transcript into the input field and get 3 lead-in activities. Of course, I don't need all 3 of them, so I choose the one that I like and I delete the rest by using the edit button. Now I feel like I want to add a dialogue to the mix. I'm going to use the creative dialogue on any topic tool. I type in the topic, I type in the target vocabulary that I want to be used in the dialogue, and here it is, the dialogue has been generated for us. Now, a nice option, if you want to practice some phrases or collocations that you want your students to use in the speaking task, you can request to have them in the dialogue as well, just like I've done right now. I have decided that my lesson is going to be mostly about speaking, so I'm also generating 4 different opinions about the topic of the lesson. I'm going to turn them into a fill in the gap activity to practice the same phrases that I want my students to demonstrate in the speaking task. This trick not only helps you to create a fill in the gap activity, it also helps you use the phrases further. I'm going to switch to the plain view and then copy the phrases into the creative writing tool. I'm going to select the level, which again is intermediate, type in the topic for my creative writing task, and do the magic. The lesson is about speaking, then homework will be about practicing the writing skills. Now my lesson is ready. I can save it as a PDF. Just for demonstration purposes, I have added all the exercises here. You can see all of them conveniently arranged in our document. For my second lesson plan, I'll use Twee Pro, which will enable me to upload my own audio and then create exercises for it. I'm going to use the Convert Audio and Video to Text tool again, but as I mentioned before, I'm going to upload my own audio. I found it on this amazing website called Kids News, so I'm going to download it first to my laptop and then upload it to Twee. I don't need 7 minutes and 56 seconds, so I'm just going to choose the extract that I need for my lesson by using the sliders. As soon as I'm ready, I click on Do the Magic and Twee generates the transcript for me. I can see straight away that I don't need the first word in the transcript, so I'm just going to use the edit function to delete the word. Done. Now what I want to do is create some ABCD questions, multiple choice questions for my students. I'm choosing the type of questions and the level, and again, Twee generates the task for me. To turn this into a real EFL lesson and not just a couple of exercises, I'm going to add some discussion questions. I type in the topic, singing on Christmas, select the level, and get the questions ready. I don't need 10 questions, that is too many. So read all of the questions and delete the ones that I don't like or don't need in my lesson plan. Done. Now I want to get creative here and get an invitation to an event where people sing carols. I type in the topic singing on Christmas, singing carols at a church, and I do the magic. Twee is going to generate an invitation for me according to my criteria. I can change the details in the invitation as well. For example, I'm going to change the name. Please note that you can also use target vocabulary in this tool, but I'm not doing this right now because I don't need it in my lesson. And for the last part of my lesson, I want to use a song. I just Google the song that I want to use. In my case, it's a carol. I'm going to edit the lyrics a little bit. In this case, just delete the verses and turn this into a fill in the gap activity. To make this simple for my students, I exclude the words that I think will rhyme to make the exercise a little bit easier. And here is the fill in the gap activity ready. I expect my students to first listen to the carol and then sing together, just to make this a little bit more fun. My lesson is ready. I can adjust the exercises that I want to see in my PDF. I'm going to hide the initial transcript. And here it is. All the exercises have been added to the print version of my EFL lesson. For my last lesson, I've chosen to use a part of an article which I found online. I'm creating a new project for my third EFL lesson. I'm going to start with a tool which is called Lead in Activities. As I said before, I found an interesting article online. I'm just going to go to the website and copy a couple of paragraphs that I really liked and want to use in my lesson. I copy them straight away into Twee and I generate some lead in activities. Just like in my previous lesson, I don't need all three of them, so I'm just going to edit the output and keep only one activity that I have chosen for my class. Save. All right, to move on, I want to create some open questions. I click on open questions in the don't stop section and generate advanced questions to the article. I have 7 questions here together with the correct answers, which is just enough for my class. But just in case I don't need one of the questions, I can delete them as I have shown before. I can also edit the task to make this more understandable for my students. Note that you can also add a short description below. Now I'm going to copy a part of this text and generate some discussion questions to a more focused topic. I have chosen the advanced level again. I have typed in the concept by a brain that I want to discuss with my students. And again, I have 10 questions generated. I don't need that many, so I'm going to delete some of them and keep the most interesting ones. The next thing that I want to do is generate some facts on the topic. I'm choosing the Find Facts tool and generating 10 different facts about the concept of buyer brain. I'm going to scroll back to make sure that I have everything that I need in my lesson plan. And then as soon as I realize that I'm missing a fill in the gap activity, I click on fill in the gap in the don't stop section. And I create a fill in the gap activity by excluding, in this case, the prepositions from my transcript. Grammar exercise ready. Finally, I generate a speaking activity for opinions about the Christmas shopping craze. I choose the advanced level again, and I have my 4 opinions generated. I am ready for the final step. That is the link the words into sentences tool. Again, I choose the topic, which is Christmas, and I generate this awesome speaking activity for my class. I go back to my previous exercises to make 100% sure that I have everything that I need in my lesson. Finally, I save everything as a PDF again, and here it is. My lesson about Christmas shopping craze is ready. That's it. Now go ahead, log into Twee and create your own Christmas lessons. Bye.